Hello, gorgeous peeps. It's 8:45, and part of the reason I'm here at 8:45 is that my internet is still not fixed. I had an email saying, or a text message yesterday going, your internet's all fixed. Yay. I thought, great, awesome. But it's not. So I'm doing keto in the car, which is good because I'm actually in the car. So hence I am late, because if I try and do it at home, it keeps trying to connect to the internet, like to our Wi-Fi, and it's all just a disaster. Anyway, this morning and this week we've been talking about mind management, a weight off your mind. We've talked about some listening to your thoughts, being able to be aware of what you're thinking. We've talked about some deep-seated beliefs, and I use Santa Claus as an example. And then we talked about, your body is not a bin. It's so interesting, some of our food blocks and some of our mindset management. And as we've talked about, our brain is just a pattern repeater. Whatever the pattern's been, that's its default mechanism. So when your pattern is you brush your teeth every day, that's your default mechanism. It continues to look for that pattern. If your pattern has been, I can't do this, this is too hard, that's the default mechanism. So really thinking about your beliefs and your self-beliefs is really important. It's hard though, because again, it's our default. Sometimes we're not even aware of what these beliefs actually are and the fact that they may not be true. Like, that's really confronting, that we've got this thing that we've always thought and it might not be true. So our brain doesn't want to know that, because bloody hell, we've been thinking that thought for 30 years. How could it not be true? I've based my whole life on it, okay? And it's really, really tricky to be thinking about this. So what we need to be listening to is the idea, and this is really interesting. The idea is it's not going to work. It's not working. I hear that a lot. It's not working. I go, what do you mean it's not working? It's not going to work. It's not working. And I go, what do you mean? And what it is they go, well, it's never worked before. Why can't I get it right? Why is it not working? Why am I not losing weight? Why am I not losing weight fast enough? That's the most common one. And the thing that I often then point out, and I'll look and we'll talk about what it is that they're looking for. And, yes, obviously people are wanting to lose weight, but on top of it's not just about the weight, they're wanting to get more energy, they're wanting to get more sleep, they're wanting to live, I guess, happier, whatever that means, life, more fulfilled life. So people are often picking up on those goals, but yet their brain returns to, I'm not losing enough weight. So I think it's really important to be thinking about what it is that you're actually looking for and what that self-belief, and again, the people will use the term a limiting self-belief, and the limiting is the fact that you've got this idea that whatever it is that you believe you can't change, that's the limiting bit of it. And it can be all sorts of things. It can be, I'm not good enough, not pretty enough, not thin enough, not smart enough, not intelligent enough, not popular enough. Whatever it is, that can be our belief that makes whatever it is that we're wanting not happen for us. Now, these are difficult concepts, okay? So I understand that people might be thinking, oh my God, what's she talking about? And it's a broad concept, and in a little 5-minute video, it's probably I'm more touching the surface. I guess what I want to get the point across in this is that people have them. We all have them. And sometimes it's not until someone challenges you on it, or that your mind opens to the idea that actually what I've been thinking all this time is not actually true. It's not actually true. A really common one, I don't have time for this. Okay, who's ever said that? I just don't have time for this. I'm too busy. I don't have time for this. And that becomes our belief. I don't have time. Okay, and that belief comes from many, many factors. It certainly comes from advertising. advertising want you to not have time, particularly to cook, because then you'll buy their product. So that becomes into our brain. I don't have time. And so you go and buy their product. It makes sense. But when you actually analyze the scenario, you find, actually, I have got pockets of time. I just haven't realized it. Or because I wasn't open to the idea that I've got time, I didn't even look for it. I just assumed I have no time. So really interesting concepts that come up for people, not just in weight loss, but as you say, Robin, I'm looking at your thing, hunting for jobs, all sorts of things. You go in there with some ideas about yourself that you then believe. Now, the interesting thing about a self-belief is what happens is our brain looks for confirmation of that belief. So if your belief is it's not going to work, or nothing I do works, okay, that's the more common one. It's never worked before, why would it work now? Then what happens is you look for evidence of that belief to confirm that it is actually true. And when you're looking for evidence, guess what happens? You're focusing on all the things that confirm your belief, which means you're not looking for all the things that you can change. Okay? I know. It's really, really fascinating. But anyway, that's the sort of stuff we love talking about. We love it. And it's so interesting. And what I really, want people to be thinking about is keep your mind open to the idea that some of the things you've believed may not be true. Okay? And in fact, if a belief is actually holding you back from what you want to do, the likelihood is that that belief is not true. Just like Santa, sadly. All right, my lovelies, I am going in because I am actually dreadfully late, faffing around. But Mary will see you next week. I'll see you other lovelies in the in Momentum, and I think I'm on coaching for this Monday for your 12-week spring rebooters. So I look forward to seeing you there. Take care, my loves. Have a wonderful weekend. It is beautiful sunshiny here in Melbourne today. So I'm looking forward because outside my window, I can see beautiful, beautiful sun. Take care. Bye, darlings.